Hi BookTube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. As of course you know, Friday is Valentine's Day. I was gonna wait till Friday to do this video and I thought, no, I want other people to do this video. But this is the third year in a row that I have done some kind of Valentine related tag. So I'm gonna link those other two videos down below. So if I tag you in this video and you don't like these questions, you can choose another one of those videos that I did. Just tag me so that I know you did it. And so I can see your fantastic answers. Now, this tag was created in 2021 by What's Jess Reading, and Jess has not made any videos since 2022. She created this tag. She did not tag anyone in it, which makes me super sad. So just for the rest of you, if you're new to BookTube, if you're a small booktuber, whatever, if you create a tag, you want to tag a lot of people. So I'm going to try to make up for that today, because I feel really sad that, Jess hasn't made any videos for a couple years now. And, yeah. It's a bummer. So this is the Love Hearts book tag. Now, Love Hearts, I think this is what they look like in the UK. In America, they come in a little square box, and they're heart shaped. But they say all these things like, "Be mine," "I love you." I was looking, I ripped open one of the packages, and there was one that was like, "Say yes," which maybe that's not I don't know how I feel about say yes. Say yes to what? But anyway, so they have these kind of different expressions on them, and that is the basis for this tag. Now, even though this is a Valentine's Day tag, I went back through my other Valentine's Day videos, and I decided any book I showed in those videos means I can't show it in this one. So there is no Pride and Prejudice. There's no Jane Austen, actually. There's no Dr. Thorne. There's no Trollope, actually, for that matter. There's no North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. These are my go-to kind of romance books. So there's a whole bunch of you out there who do not have a channel. So I don't want you to feel left out. I want you to answer one to all of these questions down below in the comment section. As always, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, you can leave an emoji or give this video a thumbs up. Question 1, I love you. What is your all-time favorite romance book? Okay, so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you probably already know what it is. And I've mentioned it in both, I think in both of my other previous Valentine's Day tags. So I'm not gonna mention it. I don't really read just straight romance, rarely. I like my romance to be woven into the story itself, that it's not the only thing about the story. So a recent romance story that was woven in with a lot of other things is Dombey and Son by Charles Dickens. Oh, Walter. I did this as a buddy read with Joe for March of the Mammoths. I think we read this a while back, and yeah, we were always like, where's Walter at? So anyway, this is just a fantastic book overall, and whether you like a little romance or a lot of romance or whatever, you should read this book. It's outstanding. So question 2, be happy. What is a book that makes you incredibly happy every time you read it? Okay, So again, the book that I would normally pick for this, I have already mentioned in other Valentine's Day videos, so I'm not going to mention here. But I did think, you know, what's a book I might go back to? So I have only read this book once, but I did really enjoy How to Stop Time by Matt Haig. And you know, it's about a man who's part of this like secret society, and he's been living for hundreds of years. Now he's like a history teacher, which was, you know, hilarious. But anyway, so it's really interesting. There is again a love story, although I'm not sure I would say that's like, I don't know, the driving force behind it, but it's fun. It's a really, like, if you need like a comfort read, a beach read, a vacation read, this is a really, really good choice. Really, really good choice. Okay. Question 3, date me. A book character that you would date. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go with River Cartwright from Slow Horses, provided he looks like Jack Loudon. Jack Loudon is very, very handsome. I'm not sure that is really how Meg Herron describes River Cartwright in these books. But yeah, I do enjoy the miniseries, or whatever you want to call it, series of these books. So yeah, I have some more of these books to read. Hopefully, maybe this year we'll get to at least one. Question 4. Okay. So text me. Would you date a non-reader? I mean, I did date a lot of non-readers. I'm just looking around the library, you guys, and I mean, it's just incredible, like, how many books we own, and yeah, like, just the sheer joy that so many of them have brought. I do think a great thing about being with a reader is, and I say that having been married to one for 19 years, so I would say that the ability to share books that you love together is a wonderful thing. My best advice, though, for those of you who are looking for someone to spend the rest of your life is that you should marry your best friend. That's the advice that was given to me. And do you know what? Like, Jason and I, we were friends for, I don't know, 5 years before we got together. Not that that was how Jason wanted it to happen, but yeah. So, but I'm very, very blessed. If you are married or dating a non-reader, it's okay. It's okay. Like, you have other things in common. You do other things together. You have a good time together, that kind of thing. And maybe that's why you're on BookTube, right? Like, you are looking for another place to like share the books that you love. So, okay. Question 5, dream on. What's your favorite romantic setting in a romance book? And what would be your ideal date? So I think this question is actually really interesting, because romance is one of those things, like, it's like an intangible thing, especially in a book. Like, what is romantic, like, depends on the writer, the characters, like, how it's set up, the chemistry between the characters. So it doesn't really matter, like, where it's at. It matters. It matters about, like, kind of the connection you feel between the characters. My ideal date would be with my husband. in a coffee shop somewhere, maybe in a foreign country, but maybe not. Yeah, we've got our books with us. We've got coffee. We've maybe got a couple pastries. That sounds excellent. I'm all in. All right. Question 6. Kiss me, your favorite romantic scene from a book. And see, I feel like to share this is almost to spoil it. There is, and I don't mention this book enough on my channel. This is The Scarlet Pimpernel by Baroness. Oh God, I've always struggled. Orczy. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to say that last name, but The Scarlet Pimpernel is wonderful. It's a book you don't want spoiled. I unfortunately had it spoiled for me, but there is a scene involving a set of stairs, and oh my goodness, swoon. So I thought that was just an incredibly romantic scene, and I have been a fan of this book from that moment on. So let's see. Oh, another one. So again, I'm not going to tell you. I mean, this is 2 books in one, by the way. This is Betsy and the Great World and Betsy's Wedding, which is the end of the Betsy Tacy series. But Betsy and the Great World is about her travels overseas, and there is an incredibly romantic moment involving a newspaper ad towards the end of Betsy and the Great World. Again, I don't want to tell you any more than that, but I love it. It's so funny and heartwarming and yeah, like really romantic. 7. Let's party. Which 3 book characters would you invite to a party and why? And these kind of questions, I mean, yeah, like I guess like would I want to like hang out at Pemberley? Yeah, probably. But the truth is I would actually hang out with way more than 3 of all of you. So that's who I want to party with. I want to party with a bunch of booktubers, and that was my inspiration for. I did a fake crate, which I won't go into those right now, but last year about Camp BookTube, and I still really want to go to Camp BookTube, and hang out, and just get time to know some of you face to face, because again, so many of you don't have channels that I don't know what you look like. I don't know where you live, and I mean, obviously, like, I'm not trying to sound like a stalker or something, but it would be just delightful to chat with some of you again over coffee and tea and or your choice of beverage. I can't drink alcohol, so that's why I don't bring up wine or anything like that. But yeah, I would love to hang out with a bunch of the wonderful people of BookTube, way more than 3. So, question 8, you rock, which that does strike me as a little. I guess it could be. I guess it could be on a love heart. Yeah. Okay. A romance book you would recommend to everyone. If you don't read romance, you can recommend other books you love. And that is one of the things, if you watch the original version of this tag, like, her choices are very unconventional. I mean, there is an erotica book in there, but there's also Dracula. So it's not like, they're not your typical romance sort of books. Okay, so this is like, I'm going way out there. I have brought this book up on other videos, but not a Valentine's Day one, because this book is really sad. it's heartbreaking. It's so beautiful though, and that's The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. And the reason why I bring it up is that at the very beginning of the book, there is a character who is really, really thinking about this girl from back home. He's in, and in case you don't know anything about The Things They Carried, it's a Vietnam book. And I consider it a whole novel. Some people consider it short stories, but there's overlap. So there's time after the war, there's time during the war. But the first chapter, which is just like a freaking masterpiece. First Lieutenant Jimmy Cross carried letters from a girl named Martha. And you can tell, like, he's really crazy about her, but you can tell from her letters that she's not. She wants him to be safe, but she's not really into him. And I think on some level he knows that, but he just, I don't know, I think he wants to hope or whatever. Anyway, so that's why I thought of The Things They Carried, which again, I realize is like the craziest book for a Valentine's Day tag ever. Okay, and question 9, Be Mine. What is the book you really want to read or own? Guys, I have so many books. And I actually have books that I haven't even shown you yet that I've purchased this year. So we'll do a haul video before too long. No, there's nothing. I'm so happy right now with the books that I have, with the books I'm reading, with the books I plan to read this year. So I'm good. There's no like anticipated release of a book that I'm super excited about. There's nothing along those lines. And again, I have so many great books just surrounding me. All right. I am going to tag, and like I said, if you don't want to do the Love Hearts book tag, look at Valentine's Day book tag, and I think it's like the Valentine Sweetheart book tag or whatever, which will be linked below, and you can look at those questions and decide if you want to do one of those instead. Just say that I tagged you in it, okay? So I'm going to tag Book Chat with Pat, who often tags me and then also tags every single person I know on BookTube. I'm gonna tag Erin from Erin Read a Book. Erin, I so wanted to include the Time Traveler's Wife in this tag just for you, but I didn't do it. I'm gonna tag Stuart Griffin. I'm gonna tag Gentile Black Hole, Linda at Web of Stories, Nicole at Noteworthy Fiction, Susie's Book Band Gina and Gina Stand Your Books, Sandy at Miss Reads a Lot, Boucans and Books, Debs at Rainer Reads Stuff, Jamie B's Books, What the Heck, Steve Donahue. You know you want to do a Valentine's Day tag. I know you do. Samantha Sutherland, Beyond Books, Road Reads. I'm going to go out on a limb here and tag Claire Fenby, who I actually think has a pretty, like, I don't know, just the way she films is kind of romantic. I watched a video of her and her husband decorating their Christmas tree. It's lovely. Let's see. Elizabeth at A Literary Princess. Oh, I struggle with this name. But I know she just did like a book love tag, but I want to tag Shatona Havig, Dia at Novel Idea, Jack at Spreadbook Joy, Read and Reread, and Coffee and a Book. So I hope one of these 3 tags will appeal to you, and yeah, like, we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun with these questions. So, all right, BookTube, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to your responses. down below in the comment section. YouTube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will be back soon with another video. Bye.